Welcome to Stars Forever, where Stephanie celebrates the lives of unforgettable people whose presence still shines through the legacy they left behind. This channel is devoted to honoring beloved figures from film, music, television, and culture, remembering their journeys, their influence, and the inspiration they gave the world. Here, their stories continue to live on with meaning and heart. The music world remembers Ronald Ledd, the talented bass player known for his unforgettable work with the Commodores during the 1970s and 1980s. His deep grooves and creative contributions helped shape some of the group's most loved songs, including Easy, Brick House, and 3 Times a Lady. Beyond his performances, Ronald was also celebrated as a songwriter, especially for co-writing Zoom, a deeply personal song inspired by love and devotion. His passion, talent, and dedication left a lasting mark on fans and fellow musicians around the world. Ronald Ledd's legacy continues through the timeless music he helped create and the memories shared by those who admired his journey. John Francis Nolan was a respected English actor known for bringing depth and mystery to many of his roles. Born in London on 22 May 1938, he developed a passion for acting early in life and built a successful career through theater, television, and film. His calm presence and powerful performances made him a memorable figure in British entertainment. Memorable roles and legacy. Nolan gained recognition for roles such as Nick Font in Shabby Tiger and John Greer in Person of Interest, where he portrayed intelligent and complex characters. He also appeared in Batman Begins and The Dark Knight Rises as Douglas Fredericks, adding to his connection with the world of cinema. He was the uncle of filmmakers Christopher Nolan and Jonathan Nolan. John Francis Nolan passed away at 87, leaving behind a lasting legacy in acting. Gordon S. Wood, the celebrated historian known for his groundbreaking work on the American Revolution, has passed away at the age of 92. His lifelong dedication to studying America's founding era helped generations understand the ideas, struggles, and changes that shaped the nation. Wood was widely admired for his Pulitzer Prize-winning book, The Radicalism of the American Revolution, which became an important work in American history. Beyond his academic achievements, he was also remembered for his service as a U.S. Air Force veteran. His passion for history, teaching, and research left a lasting impact on scholars and readers around the world. His contributions will continue to inspire future generations. DJ Dan, whose real name was Daniel Ware, was a respected name in the electronic music world and a major influence on the West Coast house music scene. Known for his unique style, energetic performances, and creative approach to production, he helped shape the sound that inspired countless DJs and fans around the world. A legacy built on rhythm and connection. Throughout his career, DJ Dan created tracks that became memorable moments on dance floors everywhere. Songs like Phone Track and Zipper Track reflected his signature style, blending fun, energy, and unforgettable grooves. His music brought people together and became a lasting part of club culture. An artist who inspired generations, DJ Dan's influence continued across decades as he remained a beloved figure among electronic music fans. His work represents the passion, creativity, and spirit of house music, ensuring his impact will continue to be remembered. On screen, he became the face of fearless action, walking through chaos with a smirk, surviving impossible odds, and turning danger into something almost effortless. For decades, he wasn't just a movie star, he was a symbol of resilience. Audiences believed he was unshakable, a man built for explosions, gunfire, and last-second escapes. So when his later work began to look different, quieter, even uncertain, the reaction was immediate. People filled the silence with their own explanations, criticism, confusion, and judgment. But what the world saw as decline was something far more human, unfolding behind the scenes. Beneath the fame and legacy, a deeply personal struggle was slowly reshaping his life and career. And to understand that final chapter, we have to go back to the beginning, long before the fame, when he was just a boy, trying to find his voice in a world that didn't always make room for it. A boy learning to find his voice. Before the world knew his name, he was a child growing up in a working-class environment shaped by discipline and simplicity. Born in West Germany, on a military base, and raised in New Jersey, he grew up in a home where resilience mattered more than recognition. But at around 9 years old, he faced a challenge that would quietly shape his entire life. He developed a severe stutter. Speaking became a struggle, and simple conversations could feel overwhelming. School wasn't easy, and confidence didn't come naturally. Yet instead of retreating inward, he began adapting in his own way. Humor became a bridge between him and others. Making people laugh gave him something words sometimes couldn't. Then, almost unexpectedly, acting entered his life. On stage, something changed. The hesitation disappeared when he stepped into a character. Speech flowed freely, as if the pressure had lifted. It wasn't just performance, it was release. For the first time, he discovered a space where he could express himself without fear, and that discovery would quietly set the direction for everything that followed. The struggle before the spotlight fame didn't arrive quickly or easily. Before Hollywood, life was made up of ordinary jobs, long days, and uncertain dreams. He worked as a security guard and took small roles wherever he could find them, learning the rhythm of people and life in the process. Eventually, he moved to New York, where ambition met reality in the hardest way possible. The city was loud, competitive, and indifferent to anyone chasing a dream. To survive, he worked in bars, where he unknowingly began refining the persona that would later define him. Quick wit, sharp timing, and an effortless charm that drew people in. But outside those moments, rejection was constant. Casting directors didn't see a leading man in him. He was told he didn't fit the mold. Still, he kept going, not because success felt guaranteed, but because stepping away meant returning to a life that never quite felt like his own. Slowly, persistence began to matter more than approval, and that persistence would eventually lead him into a moment that changed everything. When his breakthrough finally arrived, it didn't follow expectations. He wasn't the polished, traditional choice for the role that would define him. In fact, many executives doubted he belonged anywhere near it, but what he brought instead was something different: authenticity. When he stepped into the character, he didn't perform like a typical action hero. He made the role human. He added humor in tense moments, vulnerability under pressure, and a grounded realism that audiences hadn't seen in the genre before. The result changed everything. Suddenly, the action hero wasn't untouchable anymore. He could be tired, afraid, injured, and still push forward. That shift resonated deeply with audiences and redefined expectations for the genre itself. What began as skepticism quickly turned into admiration, and the role that many thought would fail instead became a cultural turning point that reshaped action cinema for years to come. Fame, pressure, and a changing industry. With success came a level of fame that was both rewarding and overwhelming. He became one of the most recognizable faces in the world, and with that came constant attention. Films, interviews, public appearances, everything was magnified. Alongside his professional rise, his personal life also evolved, including marriage, fatherhood, and an effort to balance privacy with global recognition. For a time, he tried to step away from the noise, seeking a quieter life away from constant public pressure. But fame rarely allows distance. As years passed, the film industry itself began to change. Franchises replaced individual stars, and storytelling shifted in scale and structure. Within that shift, his on-screen presence also began to evolve. The energy was different, the roles less central, and the performances more restrained. Many misread this period, but beneath it was a more complex reality, shaped by both personal and professional challenges that were not immediately visible to the outside world. The final years and public misunderstanding. In later years, audiences noticed a sharp change in his output. Films became smaller, appearances shorter, and performances more limited. The internet quickly formed its own narrative, often interpreting it as disengagement or lack of care. But the truth behind the scenes was far more serious and far more human. Subtle changes in communication and memory began affecting how he worked. Lines had to be simplified, schedules adjusted, and support systems quietly introduced on set. What many saw as indifference was, in reality, a struggle to continue doing the work he had built his life around. Despite these challenges, he kept working as long as he could, supported by teams who understood the situation and adapted around him. Over time, what looked like a steady decline to the public was actually a prolonged effort to remain active in an industry he deeply valued, even as circumstances gradually changed. Family, truth, and a different kind of strength. When the truth was eventually shared, the perspective around his later years shifted completely. The confusion that once defined public discussion turned into understanding and reflection. His family chose openness, speaking honestly about his condition and the reality of what he was facing. Instead of stepping away from the world, they chose to face it together, creating a strong circle of support around him. Their decision helped reshape public awareness and brought attention to a condition many people didn't fully understand. More importantly, it showed a different kind of strength, not one defined by fame or performance, but by care, unity, and presence. In this chapter of his life, he was no longer defined by roles or fame, but by the people who stood beside him every day. Legacy that outlives the screen. Looking back, his legacy is not defined by a single era, but by the full arc of a life lived in public and private struggle. He helped redefine what a screen hero could be, someone imperfect, relatable, and deeply human. His characters didn't just win battles, they reflected everyday resilience in extraordinary situations. But perhaps his greatest legacy lies beyond cinema. It is found in the way his journey resonates with people facing their own challenges, reinventions, and quiet battles. His story reminds us that strength is not always loud, and courage is not always visible. Sometimes it is persistence, sometimes it is adaptation, and sometimes it is simply continuing forward when things become uncertain. That is how he will be remembered, not only as a star of action and drama, but as a human story that touched millions in ways that go far beyond the screen.